Good morning, everyone, and we got a full day for today. After we got the dyno done, now it's back into Monday, into the weekday, so we got a lot to do. The truck is literally sitting over here with the Evo X still on the trailer. I haven't even touched them since we got back from the dyno, and it is raining out right now, unfortunately. But kind of touched base on that of what was going on. The car worked perfect on the dyno, no issues at all. As soon as we got all the fuel pressure issues sorted out by putting that AEM 340 in there, and then after that I took out the dyno to go do, you know, a test hit in Mexico, and car didn't really act, it didn't act the same at all actually. I mean, as soon as you get into power, it was going lean, and obviously I just lifted at that point, and so I had Ronnie take a look at it. The weird part about it is it was throwing a mass airflow code, and the way the car was tuned before, they had not been using the mass airflow sensor. They were just full speed density. Ronnie thought that was kind of weird for a stock turbo car, so we are using a bigger mass airflow intake now from ETS to 4-inch, and he went ahead and used that mass airflow sensor, and everything worked great on the dyno. But after the dyno, it was throwing a code for the mass airflow sensor and the intake temp sensors. So I think we might have an issue with the actual sensor itself, because that is what justifies fuel to the car. So that might be what's going on. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't took a look at it or really much into it because we had such a full day on the dyno. So it's just been sitting here on the trailer. We're gonna get that thing off the trailer today, and from there I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tackle it at all today. We need to get that turbo kit shipped out today. The rotated kit off of the launch edition STI has sold, so I got to get that shipped out to him today, and we got to drop this trailer back off with Josh. We are going to go out to Ranchbuilt, check out the progress on the STI. I know they are working on it this weekend, so pretty excited to see that, and probably give the truck a bath, maybe. I don't know, it's raining, so it's probably pointless, but after driving home in that blizzard, it's pretty dirty. I was hoping that this was going to be frozen when I went to pull out of here, because I don't really like to drive over here when it's pretty soft like it is right now, but unfortunately it's not. So let's get to it, start the truck up, let it warm up, and then we got to warm up the Evo and figure out if we're going to put it off over here or we're going to pull it out, because regardless I got to pull the trailer out anyways. So let's get this truck started, and lovely weather here. Man, I parked myself right in the mud zone. Dang it. I don't want to get in the mud. Just gonna have to get creative. Give me a moment here as I step through this stuff. Good thing we got those all-weather mats in the truck, because we're gonna freaking need them after this crap. That's what I stepped in when I got out of the truck that night. That was fun. Oh, let's start old girl up as I'm trying to get in there. All right, let this thing warm up, get the thing pulled out, get the car off the trailer. that we got the Evo off the trailer, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to drive it, see if anything's changed. Probably not, but I'll let this thing warm up, and as you can tell, it's still not liking the idle. So we're thinking we either have an issue with the throttle body, or what's going on is possibly going on with the idle as well. So I'm gonna let this thing warm up, and then we're gonna go drive it, see if anything changes, and I can kind of show you guys. Don't mind all the freaking wires in there. It's really dirty still from the dyno, and we wired the wideband in. This thing's coming out of here. I just left it in for the dyno, so we have the wideband going in through, so he could log it on his computer through that wideband and on the dyno wideband. So don't mind all that mess that will be coming out, but let's let this thing warm up, and then we'll go out and see what she does. Still got all the lights on in here, but I can tell you what, guys, she does sound very good. I'm pretty happy with how it sounds. I'm gonna let this thing warm up, and we're gonna go see if maybe anything changed, but probably not. Then I'll at least be able to show you guys what it's doing, along with all these beeps of everything going on. All right, let's go drive this thing, let the oil get up to temp. Just because your coolant gauge says that it's warm, guys, don't ever rip on your car right away. Let it warm up, let the temps get better. I can tell you right now, driving this thing, I'm not too hopeful. It's doing some of the similar things where on tip-in, I wouldn't say it's breaking up, but it's not revving freely like it should. So I'm not too hopeful, but we'll go try it, see what happens. It does still have its check engine light on. We did clear that, so that being on, pretty sure we're gonna have the exact same problem. And like I said, I can feel it right now. It literally feels like it dropped fuel pressure almost. I need to put like a fuel pressure test gauge on. It's literally just driving right now. It doesn't feel like it's getting fuel. So maybe we have a fuel related issue. I guess we'll figure that out as we go. Well, I can tell you guys that this thing is definitely not happy, and it does seem like it's fuel related. So I don't know, maybe the hose on the pump, something happened to it, but it's kind of weird. Like I said, it worked on the dyno. The moment it came off the dyno, it doesn't work. So it does feel fuel related. Whether it be that sensor or the actual fuel system, I'm not sure yet. I think we're gonna have to tackle this another day because I just don't got time for this today. Sometimes the personal cars have to get put back on the back burner, but we will come back to this thing and try to figure out what's going on here sooner than later. So sorry about that, guys. Really wanted to take this thing out, go for a rip, obviously, as you would if you had your car dyno tuned. Yeah, definitely is frustrating a bit. Haven't even got to drive this car really since we've had it. And yes, it is loud, so I do hope that you guys can hear me, but that's gonna wrap this up for now. Time to go back on to our other things we gotta do today, which I'm gonna get that turbo kit ready to get shipped out. And from there, we're gonna get the trailer dropped off, do a bunch of errands. So let me get this kit all set up, and then I will probably be catching you guys up either at Josh's or at Ranchbuilt. So please hold, guys. Woo! Look who we got here. Peekaboo. Oh. Got you. Josh is here. We are just getting stuff all loaded up in the truck so we can go run all of our errands today, which we have 1,000,001 to do. But as you can see here, we got that whole rotated kit all wrapped up, ready to ship out. So that thing's going out. Josh is grabbing his heads right now so we can get those off, get those up to cylinder head service so we can start getting those things built. And the short block just came for the launch edition. It is a brand new OEM STI short block, so that just came up for it. The rest of the parts has pretty much come in for it, so we're going to be working on that later this week. And he's just closing up, and we're going to head out of here and get to it. Well, we made it back out here to Ranchbuilt, and we're checking in on the car. Everything's coming along really well. Craig's been making a ton of progress on this thing. As you can see, there is no longer any of that old cage in the car. That is all removed. Got where it was before all coated up nice. This is weldable primer, and as you can see, we have the new cage forming, which is coming from right here forward, so that's coming through really nicely. I do need to get him some pillar panels, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those out of one of our cars for now and order a new set for them, so that way we have these before we weld these bars, because these can move right now, so we want to make sure to put those panels in there, but everything's coming through really nicely with this thing. Probably just made a quick update for it, and we have a ton of errands to still do today, but this thing is looking really good. So big thanks to them for making all the progress. Gives you a quick update on the car, and we have a lot more to do today. Morning guys, and I know we've been kind of delayed on a video here this week, and it's honestly just been really busy trying to get all set up for this week and catching back up. I think I'm going to end out this video today with another update on the race car build and kind of continue that into this video and make some new ones for this week. So touching subject on that, our brand new parachute came in. This is going to be a Stroud chute. So this is the one spec'd out by Ranchbuilt. They said that would work best for my application. This supports 4,000 pounds and up to 200 miles an hour. And if you guys want to see, that is the part number for it. So that is what we're going to be using on there. I also went ahead and got this brand new window net mount kit. So you can see they have a little, you might not be able to, but these go on to the roll cage, obviously mounts for the window net. That's what we have right here, is we have our Stroud window net, so everything matches. We have that, and we have the brand new IAG V3 AOS. This is what's going to be going on to the race car project. Figured they had a brand new one, so let's go ahead and try it out on there. This thing is quite a bit different than the previous ones. These fittings, I believe, can come out and be AN, and it has some polished accents, which I think will look really good with the race car build. And now our coolant lines are on the actual bottom of the unit, so it's going to be much cleaner install. So I will be taking that out to put that on too, and we can take this out. The main thing is taking the window net out so they can continue working on the cage. So let's get this stuff all packaged up in the truck, and let's go ahead and head over there. We're back out here at Ranchbuilt. We brought them that parachute and the window net bar, and to our surprise, Craig's been knocking this thing out. I mean, this looks amazing. The whole interior is most of the way back together. There is a couple things I'm still going to add to this thing, and he is trimming out our upper panels that go around the cage here, but this thing looks so good. It's pretty much exactly how I imagined it, if not better. It does have a little piece of hyper glue in it. It has those pillar panels in there. We put those in before the cage got welded, so that way it's all complete. And you guys can see it does have the door panel in here. I know the lighting is a little bit hard to see. Try to open the doors and get some more lighting in there. But look how good this looks. You got the staging brake all mounted up. The console is just loosely in here, as most of the stuff is, because it's still got to come back apart and go together. So this mounted there, boom, is on that side of the shifter now. Really nice mounting plate that he built. Whole cage is changed, redone from here forward. Door bars are in, seats all back in. Man, this thing looks so good. Could not be happier with how it came out. You can see up top. It's always hard to show, especially with a bigger camera like this, but that is where we are at with this. We were just mocking up our, I think he pulled it back out, parachute cable right there. So we were mocking that up. I was sitting in the car. I am getting a different steering wheel, guys, so we will be putting a different steering wheel in here. And what else are we doing? We're going to be doing different carpet in here. So there's no carpet in right now because it was all cut up for the old cage, so I do need to order some carpet. There's some other panels that are still coming in. He is going to trim these panels out and put those in. You can see we have our door sills on. I did order all the rubber gaskets that go on the doors again, make this thing as complete as possible. I did order the display that goes up top there, as I'm pointing into nothing. And then I do have the climate control stuff just to sit in here. Obviously it's not going to work anymore. I wanted to put a delete panel up here into this thing. So this thing is coming along. Big thank you to these guys. And I do believe that is probably going to wrap up this video for you guys. Gives you a nice update on the car. There's that new V3 catch can just sitting up there, by the way, too. But hope you guys enjoyed this update. We'll get more into the work this week. We have a lot coming up. We have that FA project that's going to be coming up. Actually, I'm going to start working on it tomorrow, but you guys probably won't see the video until next week. And we have a couple other projects that are going on right now. So till then, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Living life up in the fast lane. Ay. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground.